In the age when the islands of Japan were still forming beneath divine hands, Kagutsuchi was born to Izanagi and Izanami. His arrival was not gentle. He came wrapped in blinding flame, his body radiating heat so fierce that the air itself screamed. The seas hissed, mountains cracked, and shadows fled before his newborn light. Fire, wild and absolute, had entered the world. Yet this birth carried tragedy. The flames that crowned Kagutsuchi scorched his mother, burning even divine flesh. Izanami's cries echoed across heaven and earth, marking the first great sorrow among the gods. In that moment, creation revealed its cruel twin: destruction. Kagutsuchi did not understand pain or loss. He was fire incarnate, neither kind nor malicious. But his very existence reshaped reality. Where he burned, matter transformed. Wood became ash, darkness became light, and life trembled before the power of change. Grief consumed Izanagi, as Izanami lay dying from the flames of their son. Love twisted into fury, and fury into resolve. Before him stood Kagutsuchi, blazing yet unaware of the devastation he had caused. The heavens trembled as Izanagi drew his sacred blade, its edge shining cold against the raging light. With a cry that split the sky, he struck. Sparks erupted like falling stars as the sword cut through divine fire. Kagutsuchi's body shattered, and from his blood new deities rose, spirits of volcanoes, lava, and molten stone. Even in death, fire multiplied. The earth absorbed his blazing essence, and mountains began to smolder with hidden heat. Thus ended the life of the fire god, but not his power. For flame cannot be erased. It can only change form. In sorrow and violence, the world learned that fire is eternal, and its legacy would burn beneath the surface forever. When Kagutsuchi fell beneath the blade of Izanagi, his essence did not vanish into silence. Each drop of his burning blood that touched the Zemlu became a spark of new divinity. From those crimson embers arose fierce kami of volcano and flame, spirits bound to molten stone and trembling earth. Mountains swelled where his fragment struck, their peaks breathing smoke like wounded giants. The gods watched as fire reshaped the land. Rivers of lava carved black scars across valleys, hardening into new rock. The islands themselves grew stronger, forged in hidden furnaces beneath their crust. Kagutsuchi, though slain, became the living heart of the earth's fury. His pulse echoed in every rumble and eruption. Thus the world learned a deeper truth. Destruction is not the end of creation, but its transformation. Through shattered flame, new forms emerged. Kagutsuchi's death became foundation, and from divine tragedy rose the fiery spine of Japan itself. After the loss of Izanami, grief drove Izanagi to the shadowed realm of Yomi, the land of the dead. Though Kagutsuchi had been cut down, the consequences of his birth still burned within the fabric of existence. For through fire came death, and through death came separation between worlds. In Yomi's darkness, no flame burned bright. It was a place of cold decay, untouched by purifying heat. When Izanagi beheld what death had done to Izanami, terror replaced longing. He fled the underworld and sealed its entrance with a great stone, forever dividing the living from the dead. Kagutsuchi's brief life had altered eternity itself. Before his birth, such finality was unknown. Now the boundary stood firm, light above, shadow below. Fire had illuminated life, but it had also revealed mortality. And in that revelation, the cosmos was forever changed. Though destroyed by his father's blade, Kagutsuchi was never truly gone. His spirit sank deep beneath the islands, settling into the molten veins of the earth. There, in darkness, unseen by gods or men, his fire endured. It smoldered in volcanic chambers, flickered in natural hot springs, and whispered through cracks in stone. The land itself became his body, warm at its core and restless in its sleep. Humans, newly walking the earth, learned to fear and revere that hidden heat. When mountains erupted or the ground trembled, they sensed a presence older than memory. Yet they also discovered that flame could be guided. A spark struck from stone gave warmth against winter winds. Controlled fire cooked food, hardened clay, and pushed back the night. In every hearth, a fragment of Kagutsuchi lived again. Thus, the god of wild destruction became the silent teacher of civilization. Fire remained dangerous, but in careful hands it brought survival and growth. As generations passed, people came to see Kagutsuchi not only as a force of ruin, but as a power of purification. Flames consumed impurity, turning decay into clean ash. In rituals of cleansing, controlled fires were lit to drive away misfortune and spiritual corruption. The blaze that once caused divine tragedy now served sacred balance. Blacksmiths, standing before glowing forges, whispered prayers before shaping metal. They believed the fire within their furnaces carried Kagutsuchi's spirit, fierce yet obedient when respected. Steel was strengthened by flame, just as resolve was tempered by hardship. Fire tested all things, revealing weakness and forging endurance. In this way, Kagutsuchi's legacy evolved. He was no longer merely the child whose birth brought death. He became the embodiment of transformation itself. Through flame, the world was refined. Through heat, life gained strength. And in every rising spark, the memory of the fire god burned eternal. In time, the people raised shrines to honor Kagutsuchi, acknowledging both his fury and his blessing. Among mountain sanctuaries such as Atago Shrine, sacred fires were kindled to pray for protection against destructive blazes. Villagers gathered at night carrying torches, their flames swaying like living spirits in the wind. What was once feared became revered through ritual and respect. During these ceremonies, priests recited ancient words recalling the birth of fire and the sorrow of Izanami. Yet the tone was not only mournful, it was solemn and grateful. Fire purified homes, guarded harvests, and signaled hope in darkness. Ash from ritual bonfires was scattered across fields to bless the soil. In honoring Kagutsuchi, the people honored balance. Flame must be tended, not denied. Through devotion, chaos became harmony. Though ages passed and empires rose, Kagutsuchi endured and every spark struck against stone. Volcanoes still rumbled with his hidden breath, and lightning still carried his fierce memory from sky to earth. Fire remained neither good nor evil. It was power itself, waiting for human intention to shape it. In quiet homes, a single candle could hold back vast darkness. In raging infernos, entire forests could fall to ash, only to grow again renewed. This duality was Kagutsuchi's true nature, destruction and rebirth bound together. The tragedy of his birth became the lesson of existence. Creation demands transformation. Thus the fire god lives on, not in distant heavens, but in the living world. In every forge, every hearth, every rising plume of smoke, his spirit flickers. And as long as flame burns, the story of Kagutsuchi will never fade. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share your impressions of the video.